Friday came, we go to a dance hall. Battering stuff, we have a ball. We don't know what we've done. We get released on 50 quid bail, but I know I'll end up in jail. I was the leader, I was so proud. I hung with a gang, what a crowd. Where have all the boot boys gone? Looks like I'm the only one. You normally associate anybody wearing combat boots with being in the military. Well, I found out others wear combat boots, and I associated with heavy metal and punk rock right away. Something about the big black boots with the big black shoelaces just reminds me of an army of fans, mostly of heavy metal bands. One wore combat boots proudly, and she commandeered a legion of metal soldiers all over the Southlands when she used to broadcast on the Cat 105.5 and do the nightly gathering of headbanging excellence known as the Graveyard Shift. Vicki LeBrock, rest in peace. I got news back in February that Vicki had lost her longtime battle with ovarian cancer. I had hung out with Vicki sometimes on the Graveyard Shift and watched her do her thing, back when terrestrial radio had that kind of power. But combat boots are a fashion statement, not only to many headbangers and metal bands, but punk bands as well. You've seen everyone from Joe Strummer to Billy Idol and Waddy Buckman, singer for The Exploited, on the combat boot apparel. Slaughter and the Dogs were a band who lived that combat boot wearing lifestyle 24/7. They already knew punk rock was a dying phenomenon. It was short-lived, so already they're recalling the days when everybody donned the black leather and black lace combat boots and went into battle mostly with authority, their parents, the rebellious teen punk youth of the UK. Where Have All the Boot Boys Gone was the lead single of 3 off Slaughter and the Dog's debut album, Do It Dog Style, released 49 years ago this week, June 13th, 1977, on the Decca label. Decca was a label that the legendary Rolling Stones were on, a band who most punks rebelled against, along with the Beatles, Pink Floyd, and so many others, calling them dinosaur music, geezer music, all washed up. The punks certainly had their own kind of violent, aggressive music, which was a far cry from the ham-fisted, extensive noodling jams, and the Stones had their share of those songs. Slaughter and the Dogs would bring up in their early lineup Billy Duffy, who would later go on to greater glories as guitarist of the Cult. It's not just all about the appearance, the wardrobe. It's simply about the rebellious nature, going to battle with authority. And Clear Coat, a 4-piece punk pop band from Chicago's north side, continues that rebellious battle. Think Rise Against in this case, don't think Blink-182. Oh, and as far as apparel goes, Clear Coat is much more clean cut than just simply a pair of underwear. Yes, Blink-182, we're looking at you. Clear Coat goes into battle with authority and spouts a rebellious punk nature. Plenty of punk soldiers on their side. This coming Saturday at Reggie's Rock Club, I'll be talking to Ryan, bassist and singer of Clear Coat. Apart from Vicki LeBrock, nobody wore the combat boot apparel like Katie Kirby, the multi-personality singer of the Rockford futuristic metal band Genotype. Certainly made that part of her wardrobe wherever she went. Katie was a petite, ass-kicking singer full of piss and vinegar. She had 2 sides to her musical personality and still does. Mostly you hear a laid-back, intimate side, and then, without warning, her aggressive, angry side kicks in, grunting, unclean, and does battle with her combat boots fully on, with that other laid-back, supple side. It has been almost 9 years since Genotype released their 3rd, and their 4th has finally come, Dead Code. This one very cinematic and conceptual in nature. I consider it to be the band's first concept album, and we're going to hear a new track from Genotype. On the other side of the spectrum, speaking of bands of an extensive jam-like nature, North of 8 certainly was that. The Downers Grove Quartet, put together by Stephen Peterson, also had that element of hard rock and rebellious aggressive punk to them. They certainly were all over the map. North of 8 divided themselves nicely in the Cat 105.5 studio. 15 years ago this week, we'll rock back to it. Local Loft episode 432. Whether you wear boots, loafers, Vans, it's music that kicks in the high gear all around the Chicagoland area and state of Illinois, showcasing the original metal, punk, alternative rock, and power pop scene.
So this next song is not an anti-suicide song, it's just a song I wrote instead of committing suicide. It's called I'm Not Fine.
The darkest later! Are you ready?
All guys, we're cleared up from Chicago, Illinois. This is the song everyone wants to hear from us anyways. It's our single, called Disposable Me.
Saturday night was the life of the party, and now everything's just come apart. That's just one of the lyrics, and it's a set of killer lyrics and killer music indeed from a stomping punk band, Clear Coat. But killer has to be taken seriously. I really emphasize here because there is a killer element to the song, basically in the lyrics. I have Evan Andrew Dunlap on the phone with me from Clear Coat. You catch them at Saturday night at Reggie's. Evan, welcome to the show. Let me ask you about some of these lyrics. Acid Rain is one that's really caught my attention, especially because that's a killer phenomenon. I learned about it in grammar school. I saw this educational film back in 1977 about how acid rain, you get underneath it and you're doomed. I imagine that's not why you wrote Acid Rain. That's not what you wrote it about, the actual acid rain. But there's a couple of songs in here about suicide attempts. You're just here to watch me self-destruct. Hands of the clock, scales of the swordsman. I just quoted somewhat of a line from that feeling of sinking. Were they based on an actual suicide attempt in the band by any chance?
Yeah, so, at the end of 2022, I had a long-term relationship ended, and it had ended up, what I realized later was like some pretty heavy emotional abuse. And when that ended, I had a suicide attempt. And if you ever see us live, one of the things I talk about, especially the song "I'm Not Fine," is pretty much about that, where I say like, hey, this is an anti-suicide song. This is a song I wrote instead of committing suicide.
I noticed that in the intro to some of your songs on your Live from Second Place album, which you recorded live at Reggie's, where you're playing Saturday night.
Yeah, I also I work here too, so yeah, I've got like Reggie's is pretty deeply ingrained into the band. It's not where we had our first show. Our first show is at Liars Club, but we're also like part of a Reggie, part of the Reggie's family of bands.
Quite indeed intense, hard-hitting subject matter, but you got hard-hitting music to go along with it. How would you describe your sound to anybody who's checking you out for the first time?
We're definitely a melodic punk band, and what I tell people is that we're kind of like right in between a Veil and Jawbreaker. Those were two big influences of when I started this band. Even though I'm from the Midwest, I've always kind of liked a lot of that like East Bay sound, you know, like early Descendants, Jawbreaker, Crimp Shrine. But I'm also Dead Kennedys, but I'm also a big fan of the DC sound, you know. So I mean, I did grow up listening to like Minor Threat, but I love Rites of Spring, I love Dag Nasty, I love 7 Seconds. So those were all influences. I was like, I always wanted to be in that type of punk band. Where throughout my life, I've been in either like hardcore bands or like street punk kind of bands, you know, more Casualties, The Virus sounding stuff.
Yeah, it certainly is aggressive on both the lyrically and musical fronts here. What kind of audience do you normally attract to a Clear Coat show? Is it all over the map? Older people, 50-somethings like me maybe, and then a lot of the younger crowds as well?
Yeah, we have a pretty large fan base because I think I just tried to write very relatable songs. And that's something that I felt when I was like going through everything. Music is, in my opinion, part of the soul, and it's part of the healing process if you play it or listen to it. And the songs I was listening to were helping me deal with it. There's definitely a line in Hands of the Clock. Hands of the Clock is about PTSD. And I say this, you know, before we play it, is that, you know, they always say like time heals all wounds, except when it doesn't. So there's a line in that song where it says, I don't know what you're going through, but it's been raining on me too. And that was the thought of, hey, maybe somebody is going through something very similar, and they hear that, and they're like, this guy knows what's up. And it makes me feel not so alone and, you know, just that feeling. But we attract everybody, really. I've had very young fans. We opened up for the Coffin Cats on Valentine's Day, and I had a kid who couldn't have been more than 13 come up, and he was like, that was my first show I've ever been to, and that was awesome. That was a really good feeling. But we also have an older fan base, too, because we remind them of the punk that was being played in, like, the 80s and 90s and stuff that I grew up on, because I'm a little older, too. We kind of crossed the board, but I feel that I wrote very relatable songs for what I was going through, and people latched onto that, and they've stuck with us through the whole time we've been a band.
And young and old are going to stick with you on Saturday night. Check out Clear Coat, and, well, just one more thing, Evan. I've been noticing the band's logo. It brings back a 90s memory to me. Are you a big Beavis and Butthead fan?
Oh, of course, man. I love Mike Judge, and I have a bunch of Mike Judge jokes on there. I grew up. I was born in the mid-'80s. Beavis and Butthead was very taboo when I was a kid. We weren't really allowed to watch it, but you'd sneak and watch it, and like that, and Liquid Television, and Daria, and all that stuff.
They started out on Liquid Television, and then just expanded on their own, and it really caught fire. Too short in line, Beavis loves to say fire, fire, fire all the time. Evan, thank you very much. We have Evan from Clear Coat. Check them out Saturday night at Reggie's. Go to reggieslive.com or Clear Coat's Facebook page for more about it. And thank you once again, Evan, for talking to us.
Thank you very much, man. Have a good day, all right?
ill wind comes arising across the cities of the plain. There's no swimming in the heavy water, no singing in the acid rain. Red alert. 7 years before Rush warned us that a climatological future may kill us all, I saw an educational film. I think it was in the 6th grade. St. Michael the Archangel School, the grammar school which I went to on Chicago's South Side, quote Ethan Damon, about acid rain. And then I was fearful of walking home and not having a baseball cap when Mother Nature's sweat dripped down and may have singed my hair and eaten right through my brain skin. It worried me. In another climatic future, Clear Coat warns us all that acid rain is still not our friend and will kill us. With all the rain we've had, especially with psychotic tornado-inducing thunderstorms, one drop of rain trying to maybe cool you down after a hot, sweaty day could actually eat through your skin and then you're doomed. They're not meteorologists, they're not Tom Skilling coming out of retirement, but certainly Clear Coat has provided a warning sign. Maybe take it with a grain of salt or take it seriously. This coming Friday night, the forecast calls for a little bit of that maybe acid-induced rain outdoors, but at Reggie's Rock Club, you'll be safe indoors. Unless, of course, that aforementioned acid rain eats through the roof. I don't think so. Go to Clear Coat's Facebook page for more details about the show. And by the way, I did quote a little Rush right there, just an early warnings, first verse from their 1984 album, Grace Under Pressure. If you're going to see Rush, July 16th, 18th, 20th, or 22nd at United Center, you won't be disappointed. Anika Niles, at first she proved me a disbeliever, but I'm fully convinced. Neil Peart's spirit is alive and well and rocking inside of Anika. She's a tour de force powerhouse in that drum kit. And Geddy and Alex, for some early 70s-year-old guys, are not too bad either. Geddy's getting his voice back. It's not cracking as much in his old age. Well, before we move on to a future that's going to scare the shit out of anybody, along with a word of warning that too much technology use could kill you or prove fatal, from Genotype from their brand new album, their first one in 9 years. A bit of ill health caused me to miss out on the opportunity to interview a couple of new and up-and-coming bands at a great local music showcase that's going on tonight at the Forge in Joliet. Some of these bands I've already had on the podcast several times: Mr. Fringe and Lunatics Fringe, Spamicidal Jelly and Brendal Jelly, and Goat Belly. But there's two, and one in particular, Mantis Queen, who I wanted to check out for the first time. If you're a fan of doom metal, you'll really dig this female-fronted Southwest Side Chicago band. I think I've heard this somewhere before. It sounds very Susie Uzi-ish. Black Road, yeah. And if Susie and Tim Moreno, Trey Wedgeworth, Danny Garcia got an earful of this, there might either be an out-of-court settlement or they'll really dig in and make Mantis Queen a co-headliner on Black Road's next upcoming dates. Brandy, the singer of Mantis Queen, she has that nasally driven Susie Uzi-like vocal. And apart from that, it's very Black Sabbath-ish. Volume 4, I think of Into the Void and Cornucopia when I hear something like this. It's the first official single from Mantis Queen. They played it tonight at the Forge in Joliet for the local music showcase, and it comes just 2 years after the band's demo recordings, Demos from the Cell. Lunar Mistress, the debut single from Mantis Queen on Local Loft.
guys have to take the mic, tell him to go absolutely fucking bonkers. Black Road.
Keep on round your
Should we just play? Yeah. We just go. The intro is like 5 minutes long. Yeah.
In the 7 years since Black Road's cinematic second album, Which of the Future, they certainly have carved out a future, an on-stage one anyway. And they've made their presence known more so on stage than in any studio setting. It has taken a long time for Susie Uzi, Tim Moreno, Trey Wedgeworth, and Danny Garcia to finally follow up the album, but plans are coming together with more new songs revealed, but you're going to have to wait a couple of months. Look into the future of September 18th at Reggie's Rock Club. From the Drunken Donut gig they sprung upon Joliet Bakery back in August of 2024, Never Enough was the first new song they introduced to the world, and there have been a couple others. Even Vinmas, which Susie Uzi contributed a guest vocal for Pale Horseman last April at Sound Growler Brewing in Tinley Park. Brandy, the lead singer of Mantis Queen, however, should consider Susie a big inspiration. I imagine these two have not met yet, but once they do and join forces, it could be quite a female harmony vocal atmosphere going on. To find out more about upcoming Black Road bewitching futures, go to their Facebook page. The future is black, but it's been quite a long future that's been carved out because it also has been 7 years since Genotype, the futuristic industrial hardcore metal band from Rockford, last put out an album. They're finally following up Genotype 3 with Dead Code. This has got to be their most conceptual album, I say. It has sort of a Terminator 2 feel going for it. And also, a bit of past working its way in. Sean Comby, Charlie Esposito, Remington Roberts, Justin Kratz, and the dual personality singer extraordinaire Katie Kirby carve out a future this time, and it's not too pleasing. Look out, honey, because we're using technology, said Iggy Pop on Raw Power back in 1973. That still holds true when you take a listen especially to the title track, Dead Code. It's about technology going way too far, abusing itself and abusing those who use it. A technology burnout. Yes, there can be such a thing. No matter how astounding or awesome the latest high-tech gadgets look. You get caught up in them too much, it's just like being burned out on TV or burned out on a job. The new fourth album, Dead Code, from Genotype, dropped this past Friday. It's on all streaming platforms, and I cannot wait for the tour to follow. The last time I talked with Katie Kirby and Sean Comby and the rest of the band was on a very snowy night as we look toward the future of 2017 to not accumulate too much white stuff at the former Wire in Berwyn. So Katie Kirby kicking it into high gear with both of her personalities intact on the opening track to the brand new fourth Genotype album, Recursion, on local Loft.
Change laws, it's not who we are. Break the sequence, let the cycle tear apart. For a long time, the vanishing line curls back on itself, makes us want it just one more time. The answer we find Just one more time, please let it unwind. The last expanse of our great divide. Fire, make breeze in darkness, reveal it like me. Cast a shadow on this life. Maybe too unsafe for us to change and die to all the bloody reasons. Let's embrace it. Leave me healed.
Metal Soldiers, Braving the Cold. It brings back a chilly memory for me. Chilly in that Vicki LeBrock, the Queen of Rock as we used to call her on the Cat 1055, actually did an interview with that band, the legendary yet forgotten yet obscure Winter Kill. It was on the Tomano's Radio Outlaws morning show back in 1995. Welcome back, my friends, to the greatest show on earth that never ends. It's Winter Kill's Rock and Roll Circus. From their 1998 album, Freedom, Carn Evil. No 9 movements with this like EOP. But if you can survive one cold, deadly winter like them, you have more than 9 lives. You're stronger than a cat. A cat with the whiskers sense, not the radio sense. Just talking earlier about Vicki LeBrock and how she always made combat boots a fashion statement. You couldn't see that on the radio, though. But Katie Kirby continues to make combat boots a fashion statement, and we heard the latest from Genotype. Looking forward to more from them. Going into battle with many metal soldiers, trying to win them over and not make them enemies, is Maze. This jam band trio, they're about to expand and take on a fellow member, Justin Schroeder, the bassist of Wolf Dozer. That Kankakee band really caught fire last year in their own hometown during Estival Festival. Hope that they play Merchant Street Music Fest. That's the humongous summer festival, the Woodstock of Kankakee, if you will. But while Wolf Dozer is on hiatus, they won't be on hiatus too long. Got a big show coming up in Piatone come September 5th that will also feature All the Gum, Leah Collette's new band, formerly of Catapulta Propaganda. Maze has welcomed Justin Schroeder as a temporary bassist till they find a new one, as they expand from 3 to 4. Back when they were a trio, and this is not a Dokken cover. They'll be rocking like Dokken here, but certainly not something that conjures up any 80s hairband memories. In My Dreams, live at the Forge in Joliet last fall, it's Maze on Local Loft.
festival. That's what he's done. We are Wolf Dozer.
their time to howl once again, howling and prowling their way to the new land of the Bears. I have to bring that up because everybody's been hyping on the Hammond Bears, the move across the state line. Whose fault is it? Maybe that rotund Fred Flintstone lookalike governor. Who knows? But the Bears aren't there yet, so Wolf Dozer can't feast on bear meat. But they certainly can rock up a good time, howling and prowling their way to Portage, Indiana, not Hammond, and Shenanigans on Saturday, June 27th, with Dead and Buried, Cody Zupan, yes, and no effing epic this time around, just Dead and Buried. Wolf Dozer minus Justin Schroeder, who's taken his bass playing duties over to Maze and we heard from them live from the Forge in Joliet. Go to Wolf Dozer's Facebook page for more details. Whether you howl, croon, harmonize, or wail on guitar, bass, or drums, make sure your sound is heard loud and clear. Get me Tim Lamping your music, MP3 wave or FLAC, or a CD, vinyl, LP, cassette, reel-to-reel tape, timlamp1 at yahoo.com, timcatdj@gmail.com. Send me an email. I'll send you a mailing address before you send me any physical stuff. Download every episode of Local Loft on podbean.com. Stream it on Amazon Music, YouTube, or the Podbean app. Rocking up a storm, rocking like a hurricane. Their hometown felt a hurricane force the other day, an EF0 tornado, which was even worse, from Palos Hills all the way to Midway Airport. Chicago's not Tornado Alley, huh? You sure about that? North of 8 was certainly a band who rocked with force, and they had quite a combination. Extensive jam band excellence, and extensive solos, and an aggressive hard rock meets punk nature to them, all in one band. And a bit of a folk nature as well, quite acoustic. They held nothing back when North of 8 blew into our Cat 105.5 studio 15 years ago this week.
It's good to be back in Chicago.
You can edit. Matt knows how to do that.
Whether they play it fast and electric or laid back and unplugged, local Southlands artists and bands are making creative, lasting musical statements and getting widespread radio recognition for their words and music. Thursday nights at 8 with me, Tim Lamping, on the Cat 105.5's Homegrown Tones. North of 8 is a 5-man band out of Downers Grove. They combine an upbeat combination of country rock, southern blues rock, and melodic folk rock, lyrics of life struggles and romantic struggles, but a positive outcome in their relationship situations on some of their songs. They formed after founding member Steve Peterson and bassist Bob Kutek had to deal with a tragic death. The drummer of their first band, Hagen's Root, in 2009. They've been working on a full-length debut album since last year. Along with Steve and Bob in the studio tonight is guitarist Ray DiGiulio, also drummer Matt Seneca, and not present in the studio, although you will hear his sax playing on the debut record by North of 8 is Max Meador. I caught your act at Belly Doyle's in Downers Grove during open mic night, and I must say, excellent arrangements, excellent acoustic arrangements, also some very good harmony vocals as well. Compared to what you did with Hagen's Root, Steve, how would you say the sound with North of 8 is different?
I would definitely say that it's progressed to a point where Hagen's Root was more of it was a 3-piece, so you only had really acoustic guitar and bass and drums, and after adding Ray DiGiulio on electric guitar and screaming leads, and then Max as well on saxophone, plus everybody in the band sings, so it really adds a more dynamic level to everything that we do.
And there's a lot of detail in those voices, and I'm going to get right to it and let them sing and let their harmonies be heard, and just the great arrangements of sounds. First tune you're going to play for us is Fire Sky.
Yeah.
And here it is from North of 8 on Homegrown Tones at the Cat 105.5.
I'm not a master of the sea, not a ruler of the land. I don't hold sway over the sky and why. I know without a doubt I will never fly. Forget about me, forget about we. Forget about us, forget about lust. Forget about hate, forget about war. Forget about all those things we used to live for. I don't claim to know the answers, sure as hell don't know the way. But I know I've chosen to live with the choices we made today. So forget about me, forget about we. Forget about us, forget about love. beautiful.
North of 8 on Homegrown Tones at the Cat 105.5. Fire Sky is from the album they're still working on. Their self-titled album, there's a way you can sample more music from it. Not everything has been posted yet, but there are several examples on the band's Facebook page, the band profile, also reverbnation.com/North of 8. And they have a couple of gigs to support the new music they've been working on. One is at Shanahan's Pub in Downers Grove on Ogden near Findlay tomorrow night. Walk us through the breakdown of how you put together songs. Is it mostly music, instrumental, and then the lyrics come next, or worked on equally? What would you say?
Well, it happens differently for every song. A lot of the stuff that's on this record was things that I wrote acoustically, solo, and then brought them to the band. Some of these songs have been, I wrote a while ago, and they're still relevant. Everybody really pitched in and said that we should still do these tunes. A lot of it came from either me writing a part on acoustic and writing some lyrics, or just coming up with some lyrics and trying to fit a music part to that.
What's the best way in deciding what songs are right for the album, what songs make the cut? Open mic nights and live gigs, doing it in front of audiences first, testing them out on the road, or is there another way?
Yeah, that's a great way to do it. Our friends and family are really supportive, and they really let us know what they like, and it doesn't always sit well with us, but you know what? You got to take constructive criticism, and can't please everybody, but we sure try to please ourselves at least.
Would you say there's a big difference in sound from the songs recorded and mixed in the studio from doing them live on stage?
Yes, I would say there's you have that production quality, you have that time in that room to make those things sound how you want them. Where you show up to a gig, you may not always have the option to have it sound like you want, so you just want it to sound as good as possible.
Here's an example of what they've been working on in the studio from the upcoming self-titled release from North of 8, Roulette on Homegrown Tones at the Cat 105.5.
The sun is your savior.
7th of June. Go to reverbnation.com/north of 8. The lead singer, Steve Peterson, and basically the rest of the band in the studio, with the exception of Max Metter, who is their sax player. Now, on Roulette, you heard saxophone. And Steve, how do you feel the addition of Max and the saxophone itself adds to your sound?
Nobody has a saxophone. He plays with another friend of ours band, the Jeremy Greer Band. We saw them, and he just really stood out to me. And I've always loved the saxophone. I know it's Ray's favorite instrument. So I was like, well, let's try it out. Let's see how it works, man. And with the rock stuff we do, I think it comes through really nicely.
Makes it sound bluesy, kind of jazzy at times.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you're still working on this first full-length album, but if you had to consider a follow-up, would it be similar sounding? Would there be any difference in sound? Have you given that any thought yet?
We've actually already started writing the second record. Like I said, the first one, this album, is a lot of stuff that I wrote. When I brought it to these guys, they laid down their parts, and it made it extraordinary. Now, we don't have to deal with that this time, because all the songs we're writing now, we're writing as a band, and we're writing together. So you hear that influence. You know, you hear Matt's rock background, you hear Bobby's funk background, and Ray's blues background, and everybody kind of really brings their stuff together at the same time, rather than having to add it in afterwards.
Well, this is an example of the somewhat stripped-down sound of North of 8, but what you're going to notice right away is the excellent harmonies these guys put forth, even the guitar playing. The arrangements are very well done. More than these from North of 8 on Homegrown Tones at the Cat 105.5.
Gonna love her till I'm dead. More than these, more than these, more than these rings around my head. Used to be so easy to retrace all the places that I've been. Lately, oh baby, I can't remember even who I was. More come and cover.